Ryan.
What?
Ryan, I have a surprise for you.
What?
Look over here.
Whoa!
What do you see?
It's a giant climbing McLean egg!
If you know this little boy, then you are either very, very young, or you know exactly what is hot on YouTube right now. Because this little boy is Ryan Kaji, and none other than the currently most financially successful YouTuber in the world. Yes, you heard right. The 9-year-old Ryan, who became famous for playing with toys in front of the camera, now has more than 26 million subscribers and over 42 billion views with his channel Ryan's World. In 2018 alone, the elementary school student earned an incredible $26 million from YouTube alone and was named the world's highest paid YouTuber by Forbes magazine for the second year in a row. At 9 years old, Ryan has achieved what is unattainable for most people. He lives a life of luxury and lives in the most beautiful villas in the USA. But how does a child spend his everyday life, which is filmed almost around the clock by the camera? And how does Ryan cope with fame? It will get very interesting here at Wonderlane. Let's first explain who the 9-year-old is in the first place. Ryan was born in the USA in 2011. His mother, Loan Kaji, is from Houston, Texas, and is the daughter of Vietnamese immigrants. At Texas Tech University in 2009, she met and fell in love with Xion Guan, an exchange student from Japan. Their son, Ryan, was born 2 years later, and Xion stayed with his family in the United States. There, he worked as a civil engineer, while Mother Loan was a chemistry teacher at a local high school. In 2014, when he was just 3 years old, Ryan came into contact with YouTube for the first time and saw so-called unboxing videos, in which children unpack toys and then play with them. He reportedly asked his mother why he couldn't do something like that too, and a short time later, Loan launched the channel Ryan Toys Review. In his first video, he and his mother unpacked a train set and played with it in his nursery. When the first video was viewed surprisingly much, Loan started uploading a video of her son almost every day. And after only 4 months, she already gave up her real job to fully concentrate on her son's YouTube career. With success, because the video in which Ryan was surprised with a big egg full of toys brought Ryan finally the breakthrough. In the last 5 years, his videos have become much more professional, and some are even computer animated. The main topics have also shifted, and Ryan presents toys as well as scientific experiments and encourages his viewers to try them out. His parents and his 2 little sisters, Emma and Kate, also appear regularly in his videos, and now the whole family even has its own YouTube channel, which also already has over 7 billion views. But Ryan Kaji is now more than a kid with a successful YouTube channel. He has long since become a brand himself, as his face adorns the packaging of popular toys, and toys, clothing, and even video games are now sold under his name. He has also been running his own TV show on Nickelodeon for over a year now, with regular surprise guests such as musician Dave Grohl.
Rock and roll legend Dave Grohl!
But how does a 9-year-old YouTube millionaire actually live? Ryan Kaji actually still lives in Texas with his parents and 2 sisters. But when the family travels to Los Angeles for filming, the student leads a life like a real Hollywood star. Literally, because their villa is located in the middle of the Hollywood Hills. In addition to a gigantic view of the metropolis, the family's estate also has its own pool and jacuzzi. The empire Ryan and his parents have built is almost uncanny. Last year alone, the family earned $26 million. Despite this, Loan and Xion explain time and again that their son is the driving force behind their YouTube success. That's why they want to offer the 9-year-old a completely normal life. But his everyday life is far from normal. The 9-year-old still goes to school like any other child his age, but his everyday life at home is accompanied by the camera almost around the clock. As mentioned above, viewers of his channel no longer only get to see toy tests, but also the daily routines of his life, such as his lunch or his homework. And because Ryan publishes new videos on his channels almost every day, he has to produce new content regularly after doing his homework. In the meantime, the family has even rented its own studio for this purpose, where they often record their colorful and flashy videos. The team has also grown, and while Mother Luan used to be primarily responsible for the recordings, they now hire their own cameramen, editors, and sometimes even actors. However, his toy videos are and will remain the most important pillars of his success. And because Ryan's videos have such a great influence on the consumer behavior of his young viewers and their parents, major toy companies are scrambling to cooperate with the 9-year-old. According to his own statements, he gets tons of toys sent to him and can easily choose the best things. However, the elementary school student does not keep most of the toys for himself. His mother explained in a recent interview that Ryan gives most of them away to his friends and classmates or donates them to charity. Due to his incredible fame, Ryan already has a few obstacles in his way as a child. Almost everywhere in public he is recognized, and cannot even go shopping with his parents in peace. At school, Ryan is said to have often left class early, as he is often besieged by curious classmates during breaks. In general, Ryan is therefore not too fond of being in public, as he feels constantly watched and anxious.
People recognize me for usually when I'm at the store, maybe if there's kids there, I get recognized like 3 times.
But the fame and especially the wealth also have a lot of positive things. This can be seen, for example, in the vacations of the Kaji family. These are anything but ordinary, because while other families of 5 can afford just a camping vacation, the 9-year-old flies luxuriously with the rest of the family in a rented private jet or in business class. And the vacation destinations are anything but ordinary. Just last year, Ryan was a guest on the largest cruise ship in the world and sailed through the Caribbean. There, the family slept in a 125 square meter family suite, which not only has 2 bedrooms, a huge balcony, and its own playroom, but also a gigantic slide that connects the 2 floors. However, although Ryan apparently leads a perfect life, the family has repeatedly been the target of sharp criticism. In the US, there is no law that dictates how often and how much Ryan is allowed to be in front of the camera, but parents in particular have expressed some concern about the working conditions of the 9-year-old. His mother, Luan, said in an interview that the time would be limited and they mainly produce several videos at once on weekends, but that was already 4 years ago. In the meantime, the entire family life is the focus of their YouTube channel, and Ryan is even filmed when he is not feeling well, is in a bad mood, or even has a fever. In addition, media researchers criticize that Ryan's videos are no longer authentic. Instead, much of it seems as if it was read from a script or put into his mouth by his mother. Other YouTubers, like PewDiePie, have also been critical of the 9-year-old and doubt that Ryan really produces the videos of his own free will.
There's something off about it. It's kind of like seeing child stars on television, because like their parents are literally forcing them to do it, and it's just something sad about it, and I can't help but getting the same vibe.
But how do you guys think about it? And what do you think about the videos of the 9-year-old? Feel free to write us in the comments, because we are already at the end of our video. Otherwise, like this video if you enjoyed it, and see you next time, here at Wonderlane.